Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest show in the wrestling world today, MWL, Sunday Night Thunder. Tonight, we bring you the best action MWL Wrestling League has to offer.
Let's get into rankings and injuries for last month. It looks like a few wrestlers are on the shelf for the time being. There also seems to be a few returning this month.
And now, fans, it's time for the latest MWL rankings update for April 2025. These rankings reflect the incredible talent and fierce competition in the league. Let's dive right into it. Coming in at rank 1, we have the MWL Rogue Champion. The camera opens on the MWL World Blazing Champion, Scarlett the Devil Cole, standing confidently in the center of the ring. The crowd cheers as the camera zooms in on her, the World Blazing Championship draped over her shoulder. She raises a microphone to her lips with a proud smile. Good evening, MWL fans, and welcome to Sunday Night Thunder. Tonight, we're about to witness some incredible action. But before we get to the chaos, let me take a moment to talk about something that means a lot to me. The crowd cheers as Scarlett pauses for dramatic effect. I've had a long road to get here, and after everything that's happened, the highs, the lows, the battles, the sacrifices, I'm proud to stand here today as your MWL World Blazing Champion. For the second time, the crowd erupts into cheers, and Scarlett raises the title high above her head. She pauses for a moment, basking in the moment before continuing. It feels damn good to have this title back in my hands. I've fought too hard, and now I'm the one at the top again. There's no one who can take this away from me, and I'm going to hold it for as long as I can. Suddenly, the crowd's cheers die down as Dragon's music hits. The arena fills with boos as the Dragon, former World Blazing Champion, walks out to the stage with a determined look on his face. He's not dressed to wrestle, but the tension in the air is palpable. Wait a minute, what's this? The Dragon is here, and it looks like he's got something to say. Well, Mike, if anyone's going to challenge Scarlett Cole for that title, it's definitely going to be the Dragon. But wait, he's not cleared to wrestle tonight. The camera focuses on the Dragon, who walks down to the ring, microphone in hand. He steps into the ring and faces Scarlett Cole, who looks at him clearly unfazed. So here we are again. You and me. You with that title you just won back, and me, watching from the sidelines, still hungry for what was once mine. You see, Scarlett, I should have never lost this title in the first place. But now, after everything, after all this time, I want it back. The crowd erupts into boos, but Scarlett Cole stands her ground, raising an eyebrow. So you want it back, huh? You think you can just waltz in here and take what's mine? You had your chance, Dragon, and I'm the one standing here as the champion now. With a dangerous glint in his eye. Don't get too comfortable, Scarlett. I will take that title back, but tonight is not the night for that. You're lucky because I'm not cleared to wrestle yet. The crowd murmurs, clearly confused. But as the leader of Pain, I can tell you this. Your time will come. You will defend that title again, and when the time is right, I'll be the one standing across from you in the ring, taking it back where it belongs. Scarlett Cole seems to consider his words for a moment, then lets out a small laugh. The Devil Cole. Well, isn't that cute? The Dragon is playing nice tonight because he can't fight. But when you can fight again, I'll be here, ready to prove why I'm the true World Blazing Champion. Until then, we both have more pressing matters. The 16-man Rumble is coming next, and we both have a chance to enter it. So I'll put my title challenge on hold for now. But when it's time, Scarlett, I will be coming for that championship. The crowd reacts, unsure how to respond to the sudden shift in focus. Mike, looks like the Dragon is setting his sights on the future, John. He's talking about the 16-man Rumble, but that World Blazing Championship remains a point of contention between these two. John, absolutely, Mike. The Dragon is making it clear that he wants his title back. But for now, both he and Scarlett Cole have bigger things to worry about with the Rumble looming. Scarlett the Devil Cole, focusing on the Dragon with a smirk. Don't worry, Dragon. I'll be ready for you whenever you decide to come back. But for now, let's see who survives the Rumble, because when I win it, you'll have a much harder time taking that title from me. The Dragon. Agreed. Next week, we both have a chance to prove ourselves. But remember, Scarlet, the next time we meet, I'll be the one with the upper hand. With that, the Dragon drops the mic and stares down Scarlet Cole, who is unfazed but clearly not backing down. The two stare at each other as the tension fills the arena. Wow, what a moment here tonight on Sunday Night Thunder. The Dragon and Scarlet Cole are clearly on a collision course. But with the 16-man Rumble coming next week, it's anyone's game. Absolutely, Mike. This rivalry is far from over, and we've got a lot more to look forward to in the coming weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Sunday Night Thunder. We've got a thrilling mist match here tonight as Will-O-Matic takes on Just Ruby. Both of these competitors have something to prove, and I've got a feeling we're in for a wild ride tonight, John. That's right, Mike. Will-O-Matic has been on a roll recently, showing off his high-flying and technical skills, while Just Ruby has proven time and again that she's got the heart and the drive to take on anyone. This one is going to be full of action. Match begins. The bell rings and both competitors circle each other in the center of the ring. Will-O-Matic starts off quick, darting in with a quick arm drag, taking Just Ruby down to the mat. What a quick start from Will-O-Matic. He's showing off that speed and technical ability right out of the gate. Just Ruby quickly gets back to her feet and fires back with a drop kick, sending Will-O-Matic stumbling into the ropes. Ruby runs at him, but Matic sidesteps and sends her crashing over the top rope to the outside. What a move! Will-O-Matic just tossed Just Ruby over the top rope. She's going to need to regroup. Just Ruby, now outside the ring, takes a moment to catch her breath before getting back in. She gets back up to the apron, and Will-O-Matic charges in, looking for a shoulder block, but Ruby moves just in time, causing Will-O-Matic to crash into the turnbuckle. Mike, that was a close call. Just Ruby with a quick escape, and now she's got the upper hand. Just Ruby grabs Will-O-Matic by the arm and whips him into the ropes, hitting him with tilt-a-whirl head scissors, sending him crashing to the mat. She follows it up with a quick drop kick to the chest, sending him rolling to the corner. John. Great sequence from Just Ruby. She's got him on the ropes now, Mike. Will-O-Matic needs to figure out how to get back into this. Ruby goes to the top rope, setting up for a moonsault, but Will-O-Matic gets his knees up just in time. Ruby lands hard on his knees, and Matic quickly follows up with a super kick to the jaw, knocking her down to the mat. Mike, what a counter. Will-O-Matic with a big super kick. Now he's looking to take control of this match. Will-O-Matic grabs Just Ruby and pulls her to the center of the ring, locking in a bridging Fujiwara armbar. Ruby grits her teeth and tries to power out of it, using her legs to crawl toward the ropes. This is a dangerous position for Just Ruby, Mike. That armbar is brutal, and if she can't get to the ropes, this could be over. Just Ruby fights through the pain and finally manages to grab the bottom rope, forcing the break. Will-O-Matic releases the hold, but keeps his focus, knowing he needs to stay on top of Ruby to finish the match. Mike. Great resilience from Just Ruby, but she's certainly feeling the effects of that armbar. Will-O-Matic lifts Just Ruby back to her feet and attempts a German suplex, but Ruby flips out of it midair and lands behind him. She kicks him in the back of the knee, causing him to stagger, and then hits a spinning neckbreaker to take him down. What a sequence from Just Ruby. She flipped the momentum in her favor just like that. Ruby goes for the cover. No, Will-O-Matic kicks out. It's not enough yet. Will-O-Matic stays in this match, but you can feel the tension building. Just Ruby, not wasting time, starts to climb to the top rope again, looking for her Ruby bomb, diving leg drop. She leaps off, but Will-O-Matic moves out of the way at the last second, causing her to crash onto the mat hard. John, big miss from Just Ruby. Will-O-Matic just avoided disaster there. Will-O-Matic takes advantage of the opening, running the ropes and hitting Just Ruby with a springboard stunner, sending her sprawling across the mat. He covers her quickly. No! Ruby kicks out. What a stunner. Will-O-Matic is laying it all out on the line now, but just Ruby is still showing that heart, refusing to quit. Will-O-Matic goes to the top rope now, signaling for his Matic bomb, moonsault. He leaps off, but just Ruby rolls out of the way just in time, causing Will-O-Matic to crash and burn. John, what an escape from just Ruby. She's managed to avoid Will-O-Matic's finishing move. Just Ruby, seizing the opportunity, quickly climbs to the top rope herself and lands a beautiful crossbody onto Will-O-Matic, followed by a quick pin attempt. No! Will-O-Matic powers out. What a close call. Just Ruby almost had him there, but Will-O-Matic isn't going down that easily. Both competitors are now slowly getting to their feet, each looking for the final opportunity. Will-O-Matic charges at just Ruby, but she catches him with a sudden DD, driving his head into the mat. And just like that, just Ruby has regained the upper hand. This could be her moment. Just Ruby lifts Will-O-Matic and sets him up for her finishing move, the Ruby strike, running knee to the face. But Will-O-Matic counters by grabbing her legs and rolling her into a pin attempt. 1, 2, 3. Match ends. Winner, Will-O-Matic. And that's it. Will-O-Matic picks up the win. What a match. He managed to turn things around at the last second with that quick roll-up. What an incredible display of resilience from both competitors, Mike. Will-O-Matic is victorious, but just Ruby gave it everything she had. Absolutely, John. These two put on a fantastic show, and Will-O-Matic advances. But you've got to give credit to Ruby for her effort tonight. She'll be back, no doubt. The camera opens backstage, where J-Dog, the MWL X Division champion, is seen stretching and preparing for his upcoming match. The atmosphere is tense as he focuses on his preparation. Suddenly, Yami, a member of the Judgment faction, walks up to him with a determined look on his face. Zero XO, another member of the faction, steps in behind Yami, looking concerned. J-Dog, we need to talk. J-Dog looks up from his warm-up, raising an eyebrow at Yami's sudden approach. He stretches his arms one last time and stands straight, ready for whatever comes next. Calmly, but with a hint of suspicion. All right, Yami, what's on your mind? Pointing a finger at J-Chest. I'm talking about the Judgment faction. I've been watching you lead us, and it's time we had a discussion about leadership. You might be the X Division champion, but I think it's time we switch things up around here. I'm challenging you for the leadership of Judgment. J-Dog's expression hardens, but before he can respond, Zero XO steps forward, his voice calm but firm. Now is not the time, Yami. Yami looks at Zero XO, but Zero raises a hand to calm him down. J-Dog's focus is on the Rumble tonight. He's about to compete for a spot in the 16-man Rumble. This isn't the moment for this kind of challenge. We've got bigger things on our plate. We can talk about this next week. Zero XO is trying to keep things calm, but it's clear that there's tension brewing within the Judgment faction. Absolutely, Mike. With the stakes so high, especially with J-Dog having a match tonight, now's not the time to be challenging for leadership. But it's obvious this situation isn't going to go away quietly. J-Dog, who has been quiet throughout the exchange, steps forward. He looks at Yami and then at Zero XO, his face showing a mixture of focus and frustration. Listen, Yami, I've got a match to focus on tonight. The Rumble is my priority. You want to challenge me for leadership? Fine. But right now, this is a bad time. We'll deal with this next week, once I've secured my spot in the Rumble. Yami seems to consider J-Dog's words for a moment, then nods, his smirk turning into a look of quiet confidence. Next week, J-Dog. Don't think I've forgotten. Zero XO looks relieved that the tension has been temporarily diffused, but there's a lingering sense of uncertainty as Yami turns and walks away, leaving J-Dog and Zero XO standing together. Focus on tonight. We'll talk next week, like you said. J-Dog nods, taking a deep breath and refocusing on the task at hand. Well, that was intense. Tensions are rising in the Judgment faction, and we now know that Yami is challenging J-Dog for the leadership role. But for now, J-Dog's got to put that on hold as he competes for a chance at the 16-man Rumble. Absolutely, Mike. J-Dog has a huge night ahead of him, and with the rumble in his sights, this leadership battle will have to wait. But I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of this rivalry. Mike, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exciting edition of Sunday Night Thunder. Tonight, we've got an epic rogue match between the MWL X Division champion, J-Dog, and the powerhouse Deathstorm. John, that's right, Mike. J-Dog is the X Division champion, known for his high-flying, high-risk offense, while Deathstorm is a force of nature. These two are about to put on a show, and I don't think anyone can predict how this one's going to go. Match begins. The bell rings, and both competitors immediately step toward the center of the ring. J-Dog circles around Deathstorm, looking for an opening. Deathstorm, using his massive size advantage, keeps his distance, waiting for J-Dog to make the first move. Mike, you can already see the contrast in styles here, John. J-Dog is quick and agile, while Deathstorm is all about power and imposing his will. J-Dog makes the first move, running toward Deathstorm with a running drop kick to his knee, causing the big man to stumble. J-Dog follows up with a series of rapid chops to Deathstorm's chest, but the big man just laughs it off, barely fazed. John, that didn't even faze Deathstorm. Those chops might hurt, but they won't slow down the monster. J-Dog, undeterred, hits the ropes and attempts a springboard crossbody, but Deathstorm catches him midair and slams him down to the mat with a scoop slam, Mike. And just like that, Deathstorm takes control. That slam looked devastating, John. Deathstorm goes for a quick cover. No, J-Dog kicks out. Not enough to put J-Dog away yet. He's got more fight in him than Deathstorm might have anticipated. Deathstorm, now growing frustrated, pulls J-Dog up and tries to lock in a chokehold, but J-Dog fights back, landing a few elbow strikes to Deathstorm's ribs. J-Dog pushes forward and hits a running bulldog, planting Deathstorm's face into the mat. Mike, great counter by J-Dog. He's not letting Deathstorm get too comfortable. J-Dog goes for the pin. No. Deathstorm powers out. Big kick out from Deathstorm. He's not going down that easy, Mike. J-Dog, now looking to build momentum, climbs to the top rope. Deathstorm gets back to his feet, but J-Dog leaps off with a crossbody, landing square on Deathstorm, but the big man catches him and transitions into a bear hug, squeezing the life out of the X Division champion. Mike, that bear hug is deadly, John. Deathstorm is just crushing the breath out of J-Dog. J-Dog fights to free himself, landing elbows to Deathstorm's head, and finally breaks the hold. J-Dog runs toward the ropes again, looking for a springboard cutter, but Deathstorm ducks under, catches him, and hits a devastating choke slam. John, what a choke slam! Deathstorm is just decimating J-Dog right now. Deathstorm looks to finish it, lifting J-Dog for a powerbomb. But J-Dog fights back with a series of punches to the head, then manages to land on his feet behind Deathstorm, hitting him with a super kick right to the jaw. Mike, super kick. What a move from J-Dog. He's still in this. J-Dog, now fired up, climbs to the top rope once more, this time aiming for his signature 450 splash. He dives off, hitting Deathstorm squarely in the chest. This could be it, Mike. Dog hits the 450 splash. J-Dog covers Deathstorm. No, Deathstorm kicks out. Mike, what resiliency from Deathstorm. He's not giving up even after that big splash. As J-Dog begins to get frustrated, Mr. Jones, the MWL Rogue Champion, suddenly appears at ringside. He watches the match intently, his eyes fixed on Deathstorm. Wait a minute, Mr. Jones is out here now, and it looks like he's got something on his mind. Mr. Jones distracts the referee. Deathstorm, seeing the distraction, gets to his feet and starts to charge at J-Dog. But Mr. Jones suddenly pulls Deathstorm's leg from under him, tripping him up and sending him face first into the mat. Mike, what is Mr. Jones doing? He's just cost Deathstorm this match. Seizing the opportunity, rolls up Deathstorm from behind. Match ends. Winner J-Dog. And that's it. J-Dog wins the match, but Mr. Jones had a huge hand in that victory. He just interfered in the match and helped J-Dog get the win. Mike, What a shocking turn of events. Mr. Jones just cost Deathstorm a big opportunity in this rogue match, and now J-Dog walks away victorious. But I don't think this is over by a long shot. Victorious in the ring, holds his arms up in celebration, but his eyes remain fixed on Mr. Jones as the rogue champion watches from ringside with a smirk. The tension between Mr. Jones and Deathstorm is only going to escalate from here, Mike. And with J-Dog now in the driver's seat, it looks like the MWL Rogue Championship scene just got a whole lot more complicated.
Announcer, it looks like it is time for our main event.
Mike, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event of Sunday Night Thunder. Tonight, we have a highly anticipated rogue match between the MWL Frost Trios champions, Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist, and the formidable duo of Sarah Davis and MWL champion Mason Page. John, this is going to be a huge match, Mike. Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist are no strangers to dominating the ring as Frost Trios champions. But they're up against a tough challenge tonight with Sarah Davis, who's always hungry for more, and the powerhouse that is Mason Page, who holds the MWL Championship. Match begins, the bell rings, and Oliva Twist and Sarah Davis are the two who start in the ring. The two women circle each other, each sizing up the other. Oliva Twist tries to start with some quick strikes, but Sarah Davis catches her with a sharp elbow to the face, followed by a snap suplex to take control early on. Mike, what a move by Sarah Davis. She's got that quickness and precision, and she's already showing why she's such a threat in the ring. Oliva Twist rolls to the corner, clearly shaken, but not down for long. She tags in Oliver Twist, who enters the ring with a burst of energy. Oliver Twist runs at Sarah Davis with a clothesline, knocking her back into the ropes. Sarah Davis counters with a knee to the gut, slowing him down, but Oliver Twist lifts her into the air and delivers a backbreaker, dropping her to the mat. John, nice power move from Oliver Twist. He's showing why he's such an asset to the Frost Trios champions. Oliver Twist tags in Oliva Twist, and they double-team Sarah Davis, hitting her with a double suplex. Oliva Twist immediately goes for the cover. No, Sarah Davis kicks out. Mike, great teamwork from the Twists, but Sarah Davis is no pushover. She's going to fight for everything in this match. Sarah Davis, now clearly frustrated, finally tags in Mason Page, the MWL champion, who storms into the ring like a raging bull. He immediately runs at Oliver Twist with a shoulder tackle, taking him down with brute force. Mason Page lifts Oliver Twist and throws him into the corner, following up with a big running splash that sends Oliver down to the mat. John, and here comes Mason Page, the MWL champion. He's not messing around, and he's showing exactly why he's the champ. Goes for the pin. No, Oliver Twist kicks out. Not enough to take out Oliver Twist, but Mason Page is relentless tonight. Mason Page tags Sarah Davis back in, and she runs at Oliver Twist with a running knee strike to the face. As Oliver Twist stumbles back, Sarah Davis locks in a rear chin lock, trying to wear him down. Oliver Twist fights back with a series of elbows to her midsection, breaking free and running the ropes to hit a neck breaker. Nice move by Oliver Twist to break free. He's trying to regain control for his team, but it looks like Sarah Davis and Mason Page are dominating the pace of the match right now. Oliver Twist crawls to his corner and makes the tag to Oliva Twist, who immediately climbs to the top rope and leaps off with a crossbody, taking Sarah Davis down. Oliva Twist rolls into the cover. No, Sarah Davis kicks out again. Mike, Oliva Twist bringing the high-flying offense, but Sarah Davis is holding strong. She's not going down without a fight. Mason Page, frustrated with the pace of the match, reaches over the ropes to distract the referee, and in the chaos, Sarah Davis delivers a swift low blow to Oliva Twist, knocking her down to the mat. That's not something we expected from Sarah Davis, but she knows exactly how to bend the rules when she needs to. Sarah Davis takes advantage and quickly tags in Mason Page, who gets into the ring and pulls Oliva Twist into a spinning spinebuster. Mason Page covers for the pin. No, Oliva Twist kicks out. Mike, Oliva Twist refuses to stay down. This is becoming a real battle of attrition, and these two teams are not backing off. As Mason Page tries to lift Oliva Twist, Oliver Twist sneaks up behind and hits a German suplex, bridging it into a pin attempt. No, Sarah Davis breaks up the pin with a stomp to Oliver Twist's back. John, a great counter from Oliver Twist, but Sarah Davis is there to break it up, showing how well these two work together. Mason Page and Sarah Davis argue briefly, allowing Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist to recover. Oliva Twist, now back on her feet, hits Mason Page with a super kick, sending him stumbling into the ropes. Sarah Davis rushes in to assist, but Oliver Twist intercepts her with a super kick of his own. Mike, what a series of super kicks! Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist are really showing their chemistry tonight. Oliva Twist goes for the pin on Mason Page. No, Mason Page kicks out. What a near fall. Mason Page keeps showing that champion's heart, but the Twists are making him work for it tonight. The action continues to build as Sarah Davis and Mason Page regroup at ringside. Suddenly, Sarah Davis takes the mic, shouting at Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist. You think this is over? Listen closely, because I'm declaring something right here, right now. At the Rumble, I want a match for the MWL Frost Trios Championship. I will not stop until Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist are dethroned, and I'll do whatever it takes to make that happen. The crowd reacts to Sarah Davis's declaration with a mix of cheers and boos. The tension in the ring heightens as the focus shifts to the Frost Trios Championship. Mike, wow! Sarah Davis just dropped a bombshell. She wants a shot at the MWL Frost Trios Championship at the Rumble. Talk about bold. Sarah Davis is making it clear that she's not backing down from the Frost Trios champions, and with the Rumble coming up, it looks like we'll have a major battle on our hands. Back in the ring, Oliva Twist and Sarah Davis continue to exchange blows, but Mason Page and Oliver Twist get involved in the chaos, leaving both teams looking for an opening. After some back and forth, Oliver Twist catches Mason Page with a spinning heel kick, and Oliva Twist rolls up Sarah Davis for the pin. Match ends, winners Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist. Mike, and that's it. Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist win the match. What a finish after the chaos and all the declarations. That was an incredible match, Mike, but the real question now is, what's next for Sarah Davis and Mason Page? With Sarah Davis declaring her intent for the Frost Trios Championship at the Rumble, it looks like things are heating up. You're right, John. Sarah Davis made a huge statement tonight, and with the Rumble just around the corner, it's going to be a wild ride from here. The camera cuts to Oliva Twist and Oliver Twist celebrating their victory in the ring, while Sarah Davis and Mason Page exchange a few heated words at ringside, the crowd buzzing with anticipation for what's to come.